Again.
Hola, primas. We
Hola,
are back.
primas. Hello, hello.
Hopefully,
I'm
you're not tired
Clari.
of us. And I'm Kristi.
No. And this is Dear
Dear
Primas.
primas. We're back and we're here
So,
to stay.
yes. We only missed, did we miss a week? We missed a week? Or I was a
No,
little
maybe we
late,
missed a week.
maybe?
Yeah, yeah,
I think it was just a little late. We're still here.
yeah,
This has to come out soon. So, this will probably
yeah,
be the most
yeah,
live episode in a while. um,
for sure. Yeah.
put out wise. But yes, so what sorry for the energy, I'm trying to find the energy. Haven't had caffeine today. I had caffeine at like 10 p.m. last night. We'll get into why later, but um how are you? How are things at the De La household?
We are parenting is hard. Um, it's hard because we have fall conferences coming up, but again, I will reiterate, I love, 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 love teachers. And I love, love, love John John's teacher who reached out yesterday and said like there was an incident that happened, and I mean I won't go too much into it, but basically just like you start thinking, who are your children when you're not there, right? You think you have you have a pretty good grasp of who they are, and then you start thinking like, well, I was given some information, and could they have said? Basically, he called a little girl. I mean, she said, or what was told to her was that he called a little girl ugly, and
Mm.
it just breaks my heart. One, that he would comment on somebody's appearance. I feel like he's better than that. So when I asked him about it, of course he said he never said that, and I've got to believe my kid, but at what point do you start second guessing, like, could they have?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Um,
It
yeah,
just,
it's hard because I think the hardest part with parenting is like is not trusting. It's that the external factors. Because once they start school, like, yes, you do your best to build them up to be strong minded and think for themselves. But at the young age, they're still super impressionable. And that's like
super.
and so they're around other kids who have different upbringings and come from different backgrounds, and there's like that outside influence is just amplified. And so
Yeah.
I feel like more often than not, kids at that age are very impressionable, and they're going to go, if someone's being mean, unfortunately, the trend is to follow along. Sometimes, like it's very hard to be headstrong at that age.
Yeah.
Knowing it's wrong, but also like kind of thinking like it's maybe silly, like not knowing how
Right.
deep it is for especially,
Yep.
and I'd hate to say it, but especially with boys, like,
Yep.
and,
Yep.
and
Yes.
you're a boy, like he's just like you say, roll off the shoulder, like it's probably gonna take a lot to get under. Well, unless it's losing, but like name calling, name calling, and all that. It's probably gonna take a lot to get under his skin because he's like whatever, whatever, But
Right.
not
Right.
saying that he did because we don't know. But I'm just saying
Yeah.
like at that
Yeah.
age, it's hard not to blame yourself, but also having to understand that like we're doing the best we can, but there's just so much outside influence, and
Yeah.
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 So I don't know that's hard though, and that's like the part that I would think about a lot is like I want to raise like a strong, independent minded person, and like of
For
course at
sure.
that age we have to be realistic, but like as they grow older to have that deeper understanding is really
Yes.
whenever I'm like you can't fall for all the things, like you
Yep.
can't go with the
Yep.
trend just because that's what your friends are
All
doing,
of them.
or
Yep. Yep.
and that's I think the biggest hurdle, the biggest challenge because like you say, how
Oh,
the
well, I'm
heck.
turning into my parents because it's like, well, if all of your friends jump off a bridge, are you going to jump off a bridge type of thing, you
Yeah.
know?
Hmm.
They literally used to tell me that all the time, but I feel like I have all the parenting books in my, or parenting podcasts I was trying to listen to today just to get an idea. I have the book, Good Inside. I never finished it, but I had talked about it before.
Yeah, I want to
I
finish. I
just,
want to read that one.
and she has a podcast too, but it's like, parenting is hard.
Yeah.
Parenting is
And I
hard.
think like knowing maybe also coming from a place of like you're going to be held to like being honest, I think is so hard for kids too, like because they of course don't want to
Mm-hmm.
get in trouble, and maybe
Mm-hmm.
making it a more of a lesson the first time for certain instances, like hey, you have to tell me because this if
Yep.
this happened to you, or if someone told this to Bella or your brother or to mommy, like
Exactly.
how
Yep.
would that it doesn't make them feel good. So if you did
Right.
it, it's an now you know that it means more than just a silly word you're throwing around,
Or yep. Yep.
this can be
Exactly. Yeah.
something that
Tying it
this
into that a little bit more
yeah that this
concrete.
yeah, and
They
like
understand.
maybe
Yep.
not punishing, like if it is, if they come out and confess, and not just Georgia, if any kid, I feel like I think
Right.
for like a
Right.
step one, like for something like this, is having them really understand what they did and try to
Mm-hmm.
process what they did, and not be punished, because then like they're not going to want to be upfront and honest, and that's where
Yep.
it's kind of like yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
But
So
we
we
don't
will
know,
see.
everybody's just, you try it and you see if
Yeah.
it works, and
Yeah. On
that's
a
hard.
lighter note, Jade and Mark is ordering ice cream every single day during school. I found out because I logged in because I needed to add money. I got a thing that said he was out of money from buying lunch, and I was like, "Are you joking me already?" Which I guess October, sure. And I look on there and it says cream bar every single day, and I'm like, "Are you joking me? I thought I put these restrictions on." Oh
Oh
gosh.
my god. He's like, it's the energy, it's my energy for the
And we haven't
day.
had his conference yet with his teachers, so golly.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, what's going on the forefront in the Bermudas household?
Um, Sandy's here with us, so if I keep looking this way, it's because he's there and he thinks I'm talking to him. um, well, I mean, I'll just off the front. There's, I guess I can just say it. I don't know. Um, we got some news about like what 2 weeks ago at this point, maybe, that we will be relocating to a different state, a much warmer state. uh, and so yeah, we're gonna be moving down to like South Florida, and it's coming fast. And so I think we took like the 2 weeks to kind of like process the information. It doesn't even feel like 2 weeks. I feel like everything's just going and I'm just standing still.
It's
That's
like
what I
that
feel.
movie where it's like a tornado in front of you and you're just like in front of it
Yes.
looking at it type of thing.
Yes. Yes. Um, so yeah, so it's for, Adrian got a job opportunity within his same company, but it's a promotion, and it's something that we've always kind of talked about as far as moving by the beach. Um, not we had always kind of said, Adrian super wholeheartedly had always said like he didn't want to raise his kids in Houston. He wants them to have like a more like options of outdoors, and like a easy access to things, and just be outside, and although it's hot, but like having the ocean, and then like there's like the Everglades, and there just a sense of adventure that is readily available. I think he foresaw for like our family.
Yeah.
And I would also like a sense of adventure. Where that would be, I don't think I really had like a preference. We do love the beach. We do love Florida, and I think it would be just super fun. And so the opportunity presented itself to him, and he literally had like 8 hours to accept it, type of thing. Like it just moved very quickly. Like he got news of it, and within like a week he was accepting the position, and so yeah, so just kind of dealing with that. I think everything else is just in the background right now. um, so yeah, I mean, I think the hardest part was like telling my family. because I didn't want to come off like I can't wait to get away because I that's not it.
Right.
Like I'm
Yeah.
excited, but I'm also it's very sad, leaving the family behind. We're going with no like no immediate family. He has like
Yeah.
old friends of family friends that his dad grew up with, that his dad knows for like ever and ever, extended family, type of
Yeah.
situations that he's probably hasn't met in years, but
Yeah.
if we needed something, they'd be there, right? But as far as our immediate families, everybody's here. And so I think what makes it hard is the kids knowing that, like, not us, but for the kids knowing that, they're gonna, Antonio knows them and he knows everybody's name and he talks about them all the time. So I think he'll, of course, remember them. So that makes it super hard. But like
Yeah.
Santi is gonna grow up without that, like, foundation at the forefront.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and that's what my mom said. She was like, just leave Santi here until until he's Antonio's age so he can know us. Um, and then yeah, so yeah, that was hard. But once I kind of my mom, she is excited. She was like, this is something that y'all have always talked about. Like this is for y'all's family. Like this is your
Right.
family unit. Like y'all have to do what
Yep.
you think is
Yep.
best, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever is presented to you guys. And if y'all think it's a good idea, if it's something that I want to do, like I support y'all. And my dad
Right.
was a little bit more reserved. He was more of like the dad of like, are you sure this is something you, well, he didn't tell me, but I knew he wanted to say that. And the next time I went over, my mom said like he did bring that up, like he wants to make sure it's something I want to do too, that I'm not just like following
Yeah.
along or being dragged,
Yeah.
which not, but like the dad,
Yeah. Yeah.
protective
Yeah.
dad, is
Right.
everything good, have y'all taken into consideration, the cost of living and the promote, like all the things, like, all the
Yep.
logistics, all the,
Strategic. Like. Yeah.
yes, that's what he is more concerned about. But yeah, I mean, when I told them, it was like my mom, my dad, Neela, Abby, Jenny, everybody was there because they heard we were going over. And Neela was like, "So I'm never gonna see y'all ever again."
Oh
and
my gosh.
Jenny was like, "No, Neela, we're gonna visit. They're gonna come visit." And yeah, so that's what's going on. I mean,
It makes
it's
it more
really,
real when you start telling people too.
yeah, yeah. Because at first I was like, it's still kind of, well, now our garage is full of like empty boxes. I've acquired some from a neighbor. I was like, I
Oh,
put on the Facebook, like, hey, does anybody have some free moving box or
boxes.
any boxes they want to get
Yeah.
rid of? And I got a response. We went and picked them up, and I'm like, wow, okay, there's boxes here. Like, this is real. We
Yeah.
got like ordered some
Yeah.
totes to store things. So yeah, I think we're just coming out like we okay, so when we were in college, we moved back home both of us and then we bought the house. So when we bought this house, we didn't have anything. We had like our
Hmm.
bed and that's it. We had my bed, his
Yeah.
bed, and that was it. We acquired things as we were here, right? Or some of my
Yeah.
furniture, like some of my bedroom furniture came. Um and so now we got, a whole house and full of stuff. And I told Christy, send help. You're the professional mover over here. What do I even do? Where do I even start? Like, it just, that part is super overwhelming. Like, where do I
Daunting. Yeah.
even begin? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but it has been, like I told Christy, nice to like just get rid of stuff. I'm in the get rid of stuff mindset. Adrian is like has really done his part with his clothes. He has a lot of
Yeah.
knickknacks. He still has to figure out what he's gonna do with. Um, but yeah, so our first step, I mean, yeah, we've started just getting rid of more and more things. I'm starting with like the smaller stuff. I've posted some of the big stuff for sale, but starting with the small stuff, because I feel like that's gonna be more time consuming than anything.
Yep.
Um, we got to get cleaners in here to like extra deep clean multiple times. That's a big thing that we're gonna for sure get because if y'all watched another episode, I did not get the cleaners to come over because I felt overwhelmed with my room, my space was like it was just too chaotic. I feel like to have somebody in there at that time. So now we've started there. The room is like 90% cleared out of like things that had to be
The
moved.
extra.
Um, yeah, and so we should hopefully have someone in here by latest by like Monday of next week, like to
Oh
start
wow.
deep
Okay.
cleaning.
Is your
Yeah.
thought process on what's going with you guys? Are y'all doing a U-Haul situation? Is it whatever fits in the car is coming with us and the rest can, what do you, or storage? Like, what's
Oh
your
yeah, okay.
situation? What are you thinking?
Yeah, so it's South Florida, so it's gonna be Miami, and we're gonna. So Adrian's like, look, okay, we're gonna get there. We don't know where we want to be permanent, not permanently, but we don't want to go and buy something in somewhere we don't know. So we're gonna rent. And he's like, well, this is like the kids are still young. This is probably the last little time of our life that we will have the be
Opportunity?
comfortable and
Yeah.
opportunity, yeah, opportunity and be actually comfortable in living as close as we can to the beach, condo
Sure.
lifing
Yep.
it out,
Makes sense.
because the
Yep.
kids are small, they don't need big spaces. um of course, I'm just gonna miss his backyard because he just started like going back there and playing like throughout the morning by himself with the
Yeah.
dogs. But he's like, this is like the last time that they're gonna be this young, and that we're only gonna have two, and let's do it right the whole first year, and let's just live close to the beach, and let's get a little condo and just for a year and rent that out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're looking at like cutting our house in half and then some, right?
Yeah.
So it just depends. There's some condos that come fully furnished, which
Okay.
that's great.
Yeah.
Um, so if it were to be that, and it would be like actually like nice furnished, not just like whatever for a vacation rental type of thing, like 'cause we're gonna
Right.
live
Okay.
there,
Yeah. Yeah.
then
Yeah.
we may, keep the furnishings, but we've decided to for sure like bring like dressers and like chests, like our drawer sets, the boys. Antonio has one. I have one that can be like put together in their room. So like small, like one small forward chest and one's a bigger dresser, but it's not too big. And then we just have chests in our room. We have three chests that we keep to have a shit ton of drawers. So
Yeah.
that would come with us. The boys like the bed and the crib, and I don't honestly don't even know if our bed would come. It's a king, so it just depends on the size that the condo room is. I'm like, we
Yeah.
don't want to be super
Yeah.
squished. We
Yeah.
could just get any old little bed frame, and downsize. We need it. We've been needing a new mattress, so that for sure wouldn't come. We have
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
good full size mattresses in this room that could come if we just need to opt for something like that.
Yeah.
Um, and that's really it. I mean, and maybe like the TV cabinet, it's just nothing that's like, like our kitchenette, our kitchen table,
Takes
that's
up a lot
gonna
of space.
go.
Yeah.
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 We have, so the thought process is we will have to have some kind of storage here, and just in general, just so we can start moving things, because okay, so we have our home gym, and Adrian is being so hard-headed, and he wants to like keep just about everything.
Keep it all. Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm like, dude, but
These
he's
are
gonna
pieces
learn.
that are that he
Yeah.
vacuumed, that he took
Yes.
very good care of.
Yes. His baby before he had babies. And um, so just that, we have these like upstairs couches. I've tried to reason. If it were to me, I'd just start selling it all. I'd just be selling it, get rid of it, whatever. But he wants to keep those things. And then so there's things that of course would like fit, not that he would want eventually with us in Florida, but it's not fit for the condo, so we would have to keep that in storage for at least a year.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then I think just like a lot of like other, I don't know, but that stuff in itself needs a space, right? But we're
Yeah.
definitely U-hauling it. I don't foresee us having enough to need like a pod situation. Um, I think the U-Haul would be fine. And then like just, I mean, it doesn't get in January the coldest it's like an average of 60 in Miami. So it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we don't need jackets. That was a whole like 2 hour thing. I literally sat in his office room where he has all his jackets and stuff. He was like, okay, but I take this one, but I really like this one. He doesn't. He has like 1,000 jackets and doesn't even wear them here. But he was like, okay, I'm gonna take these five. Like he's already gone through like what he's taking, whatever, whatever. So like certain things, I don't know. I really don't know. Some of that stuff is going to go to storage. Um,
Look,
yeah.
I will say something on the storage thing. So the storage thing, I've had storages where it's been with the AC, or they
Mhm.
say they have AC and it's not really AC. What is that called? Like
The climate
I know
controlled?
there's a word for it. The climate controlled storage. And then I've had one that for sure didn't say climate controlled, but I learned my lesson. So over the years. Now, either one of them was in great danger one time whenever we did have a storage during Harvey being flooded, but our area of the storage space did not get flooded. It was like on a higher, for some reason it sloped up and we were safe.
Okay.
But some of the stuff that we kept in storage, just I think over time starts like getting the smell. It's kind of like similar to
Hmm.
whenever you're in the attic,
Yeah.
depending on how you store it. So like clothes, like the furniture that is clothy, I would just be
Yeah.
mindful of how you store it, because that's kind of
Okay.
it could get a smell, and it might just be
Yeah.
worth it to sell it all and get rid of it all, and then
I know.
when you come back,
I'm all for
revisit.
that. But you're preaching to the choir here. Um, so I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, so we right now we got like actual totes for storage purposes, like plastic totes, because I know boxes, cardboard boxes, and storages is also like not a good idea. We did want, so I told him we're gonna have to find something that has AC, you know, because oh, excuse me. I don't know. I think he's gonna see that it's gonna be like, because I'm like, okay, you're gonna have to move it into the storage, and then
Right.
in what, a year you're gonna have to move it out, and then
And then the
move it
storage
into
becomes
wherever.
like yes, like over congested, and then you won't be able to find anything. Like it's
Hmm.
just it kind of just sits there
Yeah,
until you decide to go through all the boxes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think you realize how much crap you actually have until you start moving.
oh yeah, yeah. I feel like, I see. I feel like, yeah, I know we have crap. Like I know we have stuff that I'm okay with. Just I'm look. I could just chunk. I could put. I'm putting stuff up. I'm like, if it's semi decent, semi nice, I'm gonna try to get, even if it's $10 to $15 out of
Yeah.
something. If they're not wasting my time. And so far, everything's
Right.
kind of just been flowing. I've sold 3 different things already. Um,
Yeah.
not clothes and stuff. Some I do have some like
Yeah.
Abercrombie jeans. I think I'm gonna list like 2 for 15. I've tried them separate, not working. Let's do 2 for 15. Nicer stuff, because me and Goodwill have a beef. I will donate things to them, but it's like they're so expensive now. Like they be marking up the prices. So I'm like, if I can make a $10 off of something, I'm gonna try it. Not off of
Yeah.
again, not off of everything, but like the nicer name
Yeah.
brand things that
Right.
we're just getting rid of. But anyway, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't even know. I think he's gonna see in like what we have, and then he's gonna be like, if it is it really worth it. It's really like the gym stuff and the couches. I think that's
Okay.
pretty
Yeah.
much, because like some of his clothes, like the all his jackets that he doesn't want to get rid of, or he's getting rid of some but not all, but he's like gonna take them to his mom's house, or his
That's smart. Yeah.
Lisette was like, I have a closet I don't use. She's like, I can store y'all's Christmas decorations because I want to use some too, but she's like, I
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
store them for y'all. um
Yeah. Oh,
Things
y'all
like
have a
that. I
yeah.
know we have the winter wonderland. um
Yeah.
So, and our tree is just, that means it's just time to get rid of it, because it already, the lights didn't work on it. We would just wrap
Yeah.
new lights on it. So we'll
Yeah.
probably take the
Yeah.
lights off, or keep take the lights with us. If we have a little balcony, we can be festive and light up the balcony. Which
Yeah.
I told
Yeah.
Adrian, we need a balcony. Like that's gonna be, our little outside, like to breathe a little
Yeah.
bit when we
Yeah.
don't want
To
to go
get
all the way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So yeah, it's all just happening so fast. So ideally, in a perfect world, no, not in a perfect world, it's gonna have to happen. Adrian has to be out there, wants to find a place and have a place to move into December,
Okay. Oh,
so that we can get as much
get
as we can
situated.
settled.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily mean that me and the boys have to be there permanently starting December, but he does want to
We'll
at
be there.
least go get settled, and if we have enough time to come back, and then but he wants to hit the ground running January 1.
Yeah.
the boss was kind of like, he can give you a little leeway, but Adrian's like, it just doesn't make sense. I need to go start meeting with clients, start,
Just familiarizing himself. Yeah.
yeah, because it's going so fast. So, like normally when this happens, it takes a long time to get things going, like making the transfer, getting the client information and their accounts and all the things. Adrian's a financial advisor for retirement accounts. And so, but he's actually going to get all that information October 13th. Like
Oh,
they're giving
wow.
him,
Oh,
the 305 number, like phone. They're like, because this person had like a great list of clients. And so of course, they don't want to lose out, or want to try to save as many as they can. Um, so Adrian's like, I got to start calling these people. Like, I have to be in contact with them. Like, as soon as I get that information, then will
yeah.
probably go out there. His plan is to be like, hey, I'm gonna be there for this 1 week. If y'all want to come meet with me in the office, I'll be there for
Yeah.
1 week. You know, make himself presentable, open to them, and then, um, and in that time, we have realtors' informations like going and looking at places, right? Seeing what that looks like,
Yeah.
and then to hopefully have something booked and lined up for December. And of course, knowing that we'll have to be doing mortgage and renting, for until this house sells, and we're going to be putting this house up for sale. Um, and yeah, and then I will most likely, of course, be out there January. I don't want to be like, if there's not like a huge need for me to be here, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
then yeah. So, haven't quite shared that part with my family yet. Because I was like,
December is literally like 2 months away.
I know. But that's, again, I don't foresee me being there permanently. Like, it'll probably be closer to like the end of January. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know anything. We'll see whatever happens
You
with
know
the
what you could
house.
think of it as, it's I was thinking about this the other day whenever you told me. I was like, nobody's in your family has really like left the nest.
Yeah.
Like the bubble of Houston nest. So you're the first one to do it and you happen to be the baby. That it just I think is
Yeah.
why the reactions maybe were the way they were. But
Hmm.
y'all have talked about this for so long. And it is like an adventure to
Yeah.
think about it as, right? Your family adventure, whatever happens, how it happens.
Yeah.
The fact that it's happening in 2 months when the
That's the
adventure is
crazy
taking
part.
place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's like,
yeah,
I guess, like my true and honest, like, feeling is, yes, this is always what we wanted. I didn't want it to be when the kids are this young, but also it would still be harder for Antonio, for both of them, the older they get. Like,
yep, yep.
it's like
They
a
vocalize
double-edged
it more.
sword. Yeah,
Yep,
it's a
yep,
double-edged
yep.
sword because, yeah, like I told Antonio, I was like, okay, Antonio, like, or we were telling him, we're gonna be moving to Miami. We're gonna be moving to Miami, and we're gonna be by the playa. And then so he had that, and so I was like, yeah, we're gonna. I told him we're moving to Florida. He's like, no, Miami, and I'm like, okay, yes, Florida, Miami's in Florida. And then we're like, yeah, but we're gonna have to say bye bye to this house. We're gonna. This is not gonna be our casa no more. We have to say bye bye. And he was like, and he looked, and then he walked. We were in the kitchen, and he walks to the living room, and he sat down on his mat, and he was like, but I like my casa. I love my casa. I don't
Oh,
want to leave. I was like, oh my
oh
god.
no,
That was
no, no, no.
so sad.
Yeah,
I'm
that is
like,
really sad.
um, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that is
that
really
part
sad.
is hard.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but
And
it's also too like imagine this. Imagine 5 years from now, 10 years from now, like one, y'all, it's not a completely like different country, right?
yeah,
It's still in the United States. One, but the fact that you have already traveled there, it's kind of not the newness to them, but also to like you're exposing them to so much at such a young age where they're just being like their eye. It's almost like you're just exposing them to so much more than the general 5-year-old, you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
And you have to look at it in a good way that way, in a positive that way.
Yes.
Santi has
Well,
a lot to say about it.
yeah, he's like, you didn't talk about me, mom.
My feelings matter. I don't know, Primas. Well, Clari's getting baby Santi. Have you guys ever moved into another country? Moved in general? Move just you is different than moving with you and family. So tell us, maybe share your. I was saying to the Primas if they have moved. You know, like when people go and say like I'm going to study abroad, or
Hmm.
it's different when it's just you as an individual. Now, as a
Yeah.
unit, if you Primas have share your experience, maybe give some advice to Glady on what you didn't do, how you handled it. Um, yeah,
Yeah, I think
any
for
and all.
sure. I told Adrian non-negotiable is when we get there, we're gonna have to be at a gym with the daycare. One for my sanity, two for social. They can hang around with other kids, and then I think I want to look for actual like a kid class, like something some class he can go to, whether that be karate or for
Yeah,
his age, a little
yeah,
tumbling class or gymnast,
yeah.
something that soccer, something that he can do that he's going to be seeing some of the same kids over and over because that's what he
Yeah,
sees in the
some sort
cul-de-sac
of,
and some
yeah,
little
yeah,
community. Um,
yeah,
and also for ourselves, we can get acquainted with some families out there that have kids our age. So I think that's gonna be it's gonna force us to really be, I think, like even more put ourselves out there,
yeah,
um, and just like living each day, not like because sometimes hear the monotony of it all. It's just like living the same day over because our kids are still young, they're not in
right,
sports and all of that. So it's easy to just have the bubble, and then every weekend, I mean, we have like a family thing or a friend birthday
yeah,
party, things of that. But just
right,
like having a steady routine, I think has been something that I'm gonna look forward to because we're gonna need it. I'm gonna need it,
right,
and the boys will benefit from it. Um,
yeah,
yeah. So where I know it'll be hard is like, yeah, getting him to understand, but I also think he's gonna, yeah, like have a great time, live his best life. We're all gonna be living our best lives. I think we're gonna take this to like become the best versions of ourselves. Like,
yeah,
just something new.
right,
When I,
right.
when I when I texted Adrian, he texted me like, I need to accept like ASAP.
It's
Like,
happening. Yeah.
yeah, it's happening. I was like, look, we've done everything literally by the book, the cookie cutter safe
Hmm.
way. We
Hmm.
went to college, we came back, we got a house, we got married, we had the kids. And it's like, yes, that's all great and fun and we're blessed and we worked hard for the things that we have and but it's like where's the fun? Where's like and not I don't want to say risk because it's just like a taking a chance on ourselves as like a family
Yeah.
unit. Like my mom said, this is
Yes.
your family, like
Hmm.
and it's all I feel
Hmm.
like it's always like the reverse stories I hear, like everybody's always moving to their family once they have kids, because
Right.
of course the
Right.
village, which we have the village, but we don't utilize them like an everyday like we of course they're there when we need them, which is amazing.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is amazing, and let's God willing, there's not a time that we like need. It's just like a luxury, like oh we won't
Right.
need to go to a wedding, kids aren't like stuff something like that.
Yeah.
So I think we are used to just like handling them together and just doing the thing that it's not like on the forefront. We do know it's going to be different. Like I told Adrian, like there's going to be a lot of things. Well, we don't even know. We don't know nobody out there like that. So I'm like, there's not going to be a lot of
Yeah.
things to say no to. But like the
Right.
one-on-one time, that's going to be
A little
non-existent
hard
for
to
a
come by.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to
Yeah.
be once the kids are like once they go to sleep, we'll have to just have in-home dates or it's gonna be like
Yeah.
that, putting our
Yeah.
prioritizing ourselves that way rather than
Yeah.
date nights. It's just gonna be a family night. Like it's just it is what it is, which is what we do
It is what it
now.
is.
Like
Yeah. Right. Right.
and when we come back, like my dad will be retired in December. His parents are retired, so it's like once they can come visit for 2 weeks at a time. You want to say hi to Katie?
Hi, baby
Oh
Santi.
god.
Hi, baby Santi. Hi, baby Santi. I think this is a good opportunity for you guys to really like lean into each other as a family. And as much as, you know, you can think about it in bad and like a, you know, in cons and that you don't have family around, you're not the first one to do that and you're not the last one to do that. You know,
Hmm.
people, so many people move across the country sometimes, across all kinds of different places because they have to because of their family,
Yeah.
or because they're a job opportunity or, you know,
Yeah.
what have you.
Work both. Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. So I think it's a good start that you guys are both on the same page. It's not like one person's wanting to take this job opportunity and the other person's wanting to stay. Y'all are
Yeah.
both have been on the both on the same page and both like, you know, we're doing this together. It's not
Hmm.
creating any, it's not starting off creating any friction type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
So it's a good start
Yes.
to
Yeah.
the
And the
adventure to come.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what Jenny said. She was like, people do it all the time. She's like, my family, it's not half it because and literally our mom's parents did it too. They started in California when they came, and they ended up
Yep.
in Texas. Like people
Yep.
move. Like Jenny's like, I have
Yep.
family in Detroit, and it's like it's
Right.
very common to have family in different states. It's just
Yep.
like you
Yep.
say, not in our family, not for either of our
Mm-hmm.
families. Like, his
Mm-hmm.
sisters are all here, his parents are here, I'm here, my parent, everybody's here. Um,
Yep.
but yeah, and my mom was like, it'll give us a reason to go somewhere else. And Nacho said the same thing. My
Mm-hmm.
brother said the same thing. Um, and eventually, like, of course, the condo life is going to be snug, but, after we would hope to have some kind of space to accommodate for guests, for family and
Yeah.
friends that want to come over and,
Right.
hang, be at our place instead of getting a hotel or something. Um,
Right. Right.
but yeah, that's what's been going on. A lot. But that to say, the in person podcasts are gonna be, even more challenging.
That just means we have to go to Miami, you know? Give
Yeah.
me a reason to not go to Miami for Hotel One, but Hotel Bermudas.
Yeah. Yeah. So
It'll be more, what's the word? Like we would appreciate the in-person one a lot
yeah.
more if we went.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, that's what it's. I think we've kind of just slowly been telling our close friends, and now the Primas know. I might have to tell. Well, not that Daniel watches this, but I haven't told Daniel. I think that's like the closest friend that I haven't told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Primas, if you have advice on moving tips, one, if you have advice on if you have relocated to a place maybe and you don't have family around, what are some like go-to things that you prioritize with your family? Maybe you make more of a time, like a theme every week day. Like this day is gonna be game nights. This day is gonna be movie night. So yeah, I don't know. Share what you think would be helpful
Yeah.
to other
And
people.
that's
This
yeah.
pretty much as well.
This Prima for sure. But yeah. Send help. Does anybody want to come shopping in the closet where I've already gotten rid of a bunch of stuff, but there's even more stuff to get rid of. Yeah. My clothes is gonna be like non-existent. I'm like, I'll just get what I need once I'm there, or like slowly
Yeah,
acquire.
yeah,
Like, like I said, it's gonna be super hot all the time. So, and I think
mm-hmm.
that's kind of also where I feel like in limbo right now. Like, I'm like I still need to hold on to my cool weather things out here. Like it still needs to be here. Can't like just pack it up or get rid
Yeah,
of it because we're gonna be here for the cold and then
yeah,
not take it with us or whatever.
yeah,
That can be
yeah.
given to Goodwill, I suppose, once that time comes. But yeah, that's the news, primas. It's crazy. Yeah.
Crazy,
It
crazy.
still doesn't feel real, but it is. It's very
Yeah,
real.
yeah,
And I don't know. I think that's just kind of how my brain works. I remember feeling like this too, like for my quinceañera. Like
mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's like big moments or but I don't know. Like my brain kind of just like doesn't feel like it's happening until I'm like, it was kind of a problem too because I'm like, I don't know, like, am I in it, like, until it's too late? I don't know how to explain it, but I just
Or
remember, like, my,
maybe it's like fight or flight type of thing. You know, you're not
yeah,
going to feel the feels until you're actually doing it because you'll
yeah,
probably, maybe you will break down and cry like whenever Antonio had his moment. But whenever you actually see the house empty, whenever you actually do
oh,
see,
for
you know,
sure.
leaving the house, all of that will really, I think, hit you a little bit in the moment more
Mm-hmm.
so than actually. And maybe you want to spare yourself those emotions and not
True.
feel it or not, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
didn't
you're
cry
just
in
kind of
front of
like putting on
my
brave face
my family. Um,
whenever you told them.
yeah, when I told them, I did not. My mom didn't
Yeah.
either. I'm sure she did after, but like she held it, you know, she held it together, which I appreciated because you know Dora be all over the place. Dora is, I know it's gonna be sad. I know I'm gonna miss her. I call her like, well, I'm not as often now, but I would call her all the time.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know,
It'll give you it maybe you'll be better about calling and FaceTiming and just seeing,
yeah,
so so Nono can
yeah,
still see them and Santi can still have that relationship that way.
yeah.
You know
But
what?
yeah.
The Alexa thing, they can say to tell Alexa to call, the one that has the screen on it,
Oh, mm-hmm.
and it can call their Alexa device. And that's a good like Christmas idea to give them and
Oh,
you
yeah.
if you don't have one. Other than FaceTiming, I mean FaceTime always works too, but
Yeah, but it's
just so
nice
the
without
kids.
having to give Antonio the phone. That'd be nice. He's all about
Yes,
the Alexa.
yes.
He'd be like, Alexa, play music. And then Alexa, play cock-a-doodle-doo. And I'm like, what? And she played some song that was like super country, like nursery rhyme, cock-a-doodle-doo, blah, 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 blah. He was like, he was just saying stuff and she would do it. So, but yes, that's where we are. That's it, Primas. This will be out soon, so.
Yeah.
Everybody will. I feel like I have a secret.
Well,
Okay.
Primas, if you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe. We're almost at 100 subscribers on YouTube, and we're almost at 1,000 downloads. I think I said this before, but like this time we are a lot closer. If you round up, we're a lot
Yeah,
closer to 1,000 downloads.
that's pretty cool.
But yeah, comment down below if you have any advice for Claudine and the move. And I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Adios. Say
Adios.
bye, Santi. Say bye.